I help businesses with innovative funding solutions, and free money is a really good one. Now, I'm not going to talk about free money today, but we can sort of touch on it in Q&A. I'm going to do something else which kind of leads on to what Rupert's going to be talking about. Just to plug my book, which you can't buy at the moment on account of the fact it's not coming out to May the 1st. But if you're interested, just let me know afterwards and I will reserve you a copy. Is everybody familiar, and in a bank you should be familiar, with the concept of compound interest? Albert Einstein certainly was. And the general principle of compounding is that you multiply something and then you multiply something else on top of it. And before you know where you are, you wind up like Warren Buffett, who's now the third richest man in the world, on account of the fact he's very old and he's been doing this for a number of years. Guy invents the game of chess, which you're probably all familiar with. And he presents it to the emperor of the country, and the emperor goes, "Oh my God, this is just the best thing. It's sort of really, really, it's such a fun thing to play chess, and it's really made me develop my thinking process. What can you? I'll give you anything you want in exchange for this fantastic game that you've given to me." So the guy goes, "Emperor, I just want one piece of rice." He goes, "Wow, that's amazing." Yeah, he says, "I want one piece of rice here." And then he says, "I want two pieces of rice here. And then 4 here. And I want to keep doubling the pieces of rice all the way around along the 64 squares on this chessboard." Has anybody got any idea how much rice that would take to complete that particular equation? Well, it is that, yes. That's the number. I can't even say that number, but it's a very, very large number. But just to give you an idea of what that number really means in rice terms, if you took that much rice, it's actually far more than we produce in every year in the world in terms of rice. If you took all of that rice and you put it all end to end and you extend it up into the sky, it would actually go 60... Anyone say that number? Is it trillion? Yeah, 60 trillion miles. Yeah, which is to Alpha Centauri, which is the star just the next furthest star from the sun, and back. So that's a lot of rice. So what I want to talk about is just imagine that you could take this lesson, like the rice lesson, the compounding thing, and not double each time, because that's not realistic, but take a number of measures in your business and increase each one just by 10%. What kind of impact could that have on your business? What do you think would happen if all those measures improved by 10%? What improvement on 80,000 do you think you could achieve? And you can all reach just 10% more, right? So, the impact of compound improvements of 10%. That's the difference. 300%. Just reach a bit further. That's all it takes.